doesn't my Kindle scream romance books? So it's a perfect time to do a romance reading vlog. Hi besties, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new reading vlog. So I'm going to be reading romance books for an entire week, and when I say week I mean from Monday to Friday because those are my reading days. Don't ask me why, that's just my schedule. But I'm very excited because the first book that I randomly chose for the TBR series that I'm doing on my TikTok is none other than Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. I haven't read this book. I know I'm very late to the trend. What a perfect time, right? What a perfect time to read it and vlog it for you guys. So we're gonna start with this book, and then I have a bunch of other books that I really want to read this week. I downloaded a few on my Kindle, and maybe I'm gonna randomly choose another book from my TBR series that is gonna be romance. Let's see if that happens. But if it doesn't happen, either way, I have a few books on my Kindle that I want to read. So after reading this one, we're gonna be reading Shocked. I don't know how to say that, but by Kate Canterbury. I've heard great things about this book, and I read the synopsis and it kind of seems very good. So that is the second book that we're gonna read. After that one, I'm gonna see if I randomly pick another book from my TBR. If not, then I am going to read Out on a Limb, which is very famous right now. Let's start with Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. This is a hefty book, kind of a chunky book. Let's see if I really like this book, then I'm gonna read the second book of the series. So let's see what happens, but I have really just heard amazing things about this book. Start reading. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe down below and turn on the notification bell so you get notified when I upload more videos, and let's get started. Okay, right off the bat, I love the main character's personality. She's kind of funny. And I know I'm gonna have a good time reading this book just because I love her personality. But from the literal first page, I already know that she has a twin named, what is her name? Tina. And the main female character is Naomi. This book is so easy to read. Like, I am going through this so fast. I haven't been reading for long, and I'm on page 50. Usually it takes me about an hour to get to page 50 of a book, and I think it probably took me like 30 minutes. So like, I am loving this, and I love the story. Like, right off the bat we have a story. Right off the bat we have something going on. I love that. Like, I need something to grab my attention and just never let it go. So I am loving this. We have both POVs. We have Naomi's POV and then Knox's POV. So Naomi was going to meet up with her sister, but apparently her sister is like a troublemaker. And when Naomi gets to the coffee shop, there's literally a photo of her sister in, like, it looks like a mock shot of in the coffee shop. It says like banned from the place, and right off the bat people start noticing that Naomi is pretty much so similar to her sister Tina, and they start bashing at her. Like, they treat her so badly, and then they realize that she is not Tina, but she's Tina's sister. And then comes Knox. So Knox is part of like the police department family of the small town. And Knox literally starts screaming at this woman because he thinks that she is Tina. Then he realizes that Naomi is not Tina, but either way, right off the bat, like, the relationship between Naomi and Knox is like going at it. Like, they pretty much hate each other right from the beginning, so it's gonna be enemies to lovers. And then she realizes that her sister took her car. She literally just stole her car. Her sister also ransacked her whole motel room, her money, her clothes, her laptop, like literally everything she had in that motel. Here is the twist. Tina leaves one thing in that motel, and that is her daughter. She apparently has a daughter. Naomi had no idea that Tina had a daughter. And now basically Naomi has to take care of Tina's daughter because she bailed. So that's that. And Knox is part of this this entire time. And he offers Naomi a cottage, a little cottage in like right beside his house. In a very kind, like, I'm giving you a place to stay because you can't stay in that motel kind of thing. So I am absolutely loving this. I didn't read much yesterday because I had a family thing and I got home like really late. So I picked up today. Today's Tuesday and I'm on page 190, which doesn't seem like much. Like, this book is chunky as hell. I think it has like almost 600 pages. Like, it has quite a few pages. But I am like going through this book so quickly. Like, it feels, I don't know how to explain this. Like, it's just so easy to read and so like fast-paced, interesting, like a bunch of things going on, but in a good order. It's not like messy. It's just very good, like very good writing in my opinion. This is like one of my favorite writing styles because it has both POVs. So we have the grumpy ass hot neighbor, which is Knox, and then we have Naomi, which is taking care of her niece Waylay. And basically what I've been reading is Naomi trying to like figure out how she's going to pay for everything, how she's going to take care of Waylay, how she's going to get custody of Waylay because Tina is just MIA. And then we have Knox, which helps Naomi so much, but he is grumpy and rude as hell. But they are like, they banter so much, they just both go at it. But I'm loving the grumpy Sunshine. She is most definitely Sunshine with everyone else except for him. I waited so long to read this book. I was kind of afraid because people said, well, I thought this book was gonna be very sad for some reason. I still don't know. Don't quote me on that because I could be completely wrong and I could end up crying, which I don't want to do. But I don't think I will. So let's see what happens. Okay, so I finished the book a little while ago. I went to run an errand, but let's talk about it. First of all, I think I'm gonna rate this book, let's say 4.5. And I'm gonna give you the reasons why. I have talked about this enough, but I love the writing style. I loved the main two characters. I loved the other characters, the whole storyline. It was amazing. But then we got to the part where everything starts falling apart because the guy obviously screws up in some way or another, right? Like, that always happens in romance books. And to be honest, like, I just want a book. I just feel like I want a romance book that doesn't have that, like, it's all going great and then it dips and then it's all fine then again. It was kind of like maybe, I don't know, maybe 100 pages of the guy being in denial. And it was just annoying because it was like, get it through your head, like, just do something about it. And he didn't do anything until something big happened, and then he decided, oh well, I think I can't live without this person, so yeah, I love them. I don't know, that was just so freaking annoying. And then I got so little of the actual relationship, and that's why it pisses me off. but besides that, like, I love the characters, I love the story. The girl, that little girl Waylay, is just absolutely adorable. I love her, and all like the friends from the small town are so cute. I already know because I looked it up that the other two books that I am going to read someday, but I know that I am going to read them, are about, like, the second book is about Knox's brother, so the main male character's brother in this book, and the third book is about both of the brothers' best friend. So it's about, like, the guy group friend of these three guys. Also, this is, like, main female characters in her, I think she's 36, and then the guy's like 42, 43, I think. But yeah, I'm gonna give this book 4.5. So now we're gonna start another book, but I'm gonna read it on my Kindle because I don't have the physical paperback yet. But if I like it, I will probably get it. But let's start reading Shooked. I don't know how to say that. But I already started it. I'm on page 1. I thought I read more than that, but I guess I just got to page 1. But I am going to start reading. I will tell you guys how it's going, but I'm actually going to do another video right now. I'm going to do an hour-long read with me, so I'm going to film that to have that up for you guys tomorrow, which is Wednesday. This video is not going to be up until Saturday, but still. Okay, so I just finished reading 90 pages of Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. I actually told you guys that I was gonna start Shooked, and I did start reading it, but I don't know, like, it didn't caught my attention that much. So I decided to start reading this other book, Out on a Limb, and because I've heard amazing things about it, and I just wanted to see if it was gonna be a lot more interesting for me, and it definitely was. If you want my, like, reaction while reading these 90 pages, you can go watch my read with me video. That is me basically reading the first 90 pages, and if you know, you know. But, like, okay, how do I explain this book? This book is an accidental pregnancy trope, but, like, right from the beginning. So right from the beginning, this girl named Wynn meets this guy on a Halloween party, Beau. So they meet and they have a one-night stand, which is very detailed, by the way. Very detailed, which was a pretty good one-night stand. And, like, they have the one-night stand, they don't talk to each other after that, and 6 weeks later, Gwen finds out that she's pregnant. So now she told Beau, and Beau is actually very sweet about it. He's obviously very surprised, but he wants to be a part of this kid's life. But there's kind of like a surprise plot twist to Beau's story that we don't know until Wynn tells him about the baby, is that he actually had cancer a few years back. He has been 1 year cancer free, but he lost a limb, which he lost half of his leg because he had bone cancer. It's really, like, heartwarming to hear him, just because he didn't think that he was going to able to have kids. So yeah, that is what's been happening. But honestly, I think I'm gonna love this book. The writing style is amazing, love it. It's one POV, which is the main female character, Wynn. But yeah, all good. I feel like I'm reading the cutest book ever. So let's do an update, shall we? It's 1 p.m. on a Wednesday, and I've read 178 pages of this book, and it's just been really sweet and overall cute. Like, the main character, as I told you guys, is pregnant, but now she moved in with the baby daddy. So Beau. His real name is Robert, by the way, but he just goes by Beau. And we love that. And we love him so far. He asked her to move in with him because Wynn's apartment is not that great. She has a lot of stairs in the apartment building, and it's just, like, not the best situation. And he actually has, like, a beautiful little cottage type of house in a neighborhood, in a nice neighborhood, and he has 3 bedrooms in the entire house. So one bedroom is his, the other one is hers, and then the last one is gonna be the baby's. So it's been really cute so far, very easy to read. I'm excited to see what happens. Also, you guys, I have a free Notion template for you that I created for the TBR challenge for you guys to use. I'm going to link it in the description of this video if you want to use it. I did a separate video over on my TikTok and Instagram showing you guys what it has, what the template has, but yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know about that because I'm really proud of it. I love how it turned out, and I hope you guys use it. And if you guys use it, then please tag me so I can see it, or send me a picture, or send me a DM or something. So yeah, okay, let's continue reading. Oh my gosh, where do I start with this book? I pretty much already explained to you guys what this book is about, but I am so happy and so relieved that this wasn't one of those books that I didn't want to read. The thing that I was talking about, just gonna say, 5-star read. It's the first 5-star read I've given in a while. I feel all the emotions. This is literally one of my favorite books of the year. I cannot explain how adorable, cute, beautiful this book is. The writing, the author's note it's incredible. Like, you guys need to read this book. Like, it wants to make you cry because it's so beautiful, but I didn't cry, but it's just so I loved it. I loved it. I don't even know what else to say. Like, I'm gonna get this book in paperback because I need it, and if there's special editions of this book, I also need it. Okay, so I'm gonna dive straight into another book. I am going to be reading Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. This is part of the TBR series. I picked this one up and I'm so excited I did. I am so excited to read this. If you know, you know, but Every Summer After was one of my favorite books last year, and this one came out this year, so I am very excited to read it. I've had it for a while on my TBR, so I am happy that I'm diving into it today. I'm going to start the book today because it's still pretty much early. I usually stop reading at like 5 p.m. or 6-ish because I don't know, like, I like to have a little schedule where I don't overuse my eyes, because if I keep reading for so long and like so many hours straight, I am probably gonna get a headache and my eyes get all blurry. Like, it's not that great. So I've been having a reading schedule and it works. So yeah, I still have like an hour that I can read, so I'm going to start the book today and see if I can read maybe the first 100 pages. So let's start. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a very quick recap introduction to this book. So I have to be quite honest, I don't feel like this is starting off strong, but I'm not like super interested right now in the book. But let's see if that changes. Then and Now. So the story of now, the present moment, is Fern currently living in her parents' hotel resort kind of thing because Fern's mom had an accident, she passed away, and she came back from Toronto to help the business, the family business. But she doesn't actually like the business, she actually hates it. But then we start with the story of then and what happened between Fern and Will Baxter, which is the main male character of this story. Basically, 10 years before all of this is happening, she met Will Baxter in the city, in Toronto, and what I'm guessing is that they hit it off like pretty well, and they made a pact to meet up 1 year later. I don't know the details of that, but the only thing that I do know is that it didn't happen because Will didn't arrive. So in the current moment, we have Fern's situation, but one day when she decides to help out because she's been pretty depressed about her mother's passing, she decides to help out at the front desk. And one visitor arrives to stay at a cabin because he got a job there. Who is this person? The famous Will Baxter. The reason why I don't know if I'm not in the mood to read this type of book where it's like a then and now perspective and it's always like a huge secret or like plot twist that, you know when you read a book with a then and now perspective and you wait until the end of the book to hear the real reason why this person didn't meet Fern. I'm pretty beat, so I'm just gonna take a shower and I'm gonna pick this book up tomorrow. There's been a slight change of plans because I just cannot go through this book. I am sorry, but this is gonna be a DNF for me. I don't think I will I will ever pick this book up again. These two people meet, right? They meet in the city, they spend the day together, but the thing that just doesn't sit right with me is that they both have like a boyfriend or a girlfriend. So they are both in relationships, but they literally fell in love with each other that same day. And then 10 years later, they're still kind of hung up on each other, but they had boyfriends and girlfriends in the past when all of that was happening. Like, that just doesn't sit right with me. Wouldn't call it cheating because they didn't do anything. Not that I've read because I'm gonna DNF it, but either way, I don't think I would be comfortable with my partner if they literally fell in love with another person. Like, what? What do you mean? So that was the first thing that I just cannot get through my head. Right after I knew I was going to DNF that, I started another book, and this is actually one that I'm so excited about because this is an arc. And the author was so kind to send it to me. It's a book that comes out October 11th, or 13th. And it's Safety Measures. I'm gonna say Maeve Hazel. This is the author, and I already started the book. I'm on page 22. This book has 295 pages, and I am loving this. It seems like a childhood best friends to lovers, and I'm so excited about that. The writing style is good. It grabbed my attention from page 1. So I'm very excited about that. It's POV, first person POV. So the main character is Blaze, and the story starts with a kind of like a backstory. So when Blaze and her childhood best friend Aries were 15 years old and they had their first kiss together. I honestly thought that the the present moment story is gonna be like the usual, like they are not friends anymore, something happened, but they are still friends. So I'm very excited about that. Something different. I love that. So I'm going to keep reading and I will update you guys. I am so excited about this. I have a great feeling about this book. So I just got ready to film another video for you guys. It's a romance book recommendation video, so if you want that, make sure to go watch it. I think I already posted it if you're watching this one. So I have quite a few recommendations that I'm going to talk about. I'm so excited. But let's talk about the book that I literally finished in a morning. It's not that long. It was 295 pages. It's shorter than the other books that I've read this week. So I'm just gonna say I absolutely love this book. It's a 5-star read. I cannot believe it's another 5-star read. I loved it. Okay, so it's childhood best friends to lovers, but make it they are childhood best friends and they only kiss once when they were 15, and they kind of pretend like it didn't happen, and then they are still best friends. They still live right next to each other, and it switches to 6 years later, which is when the main female character is 21 and then the main male character is 23. So I love that we get like their version, but the adult version, but not so like we got in a big fight and we haven't talked in years. You know what I mean? But Blaze doesn't have any parents. She lives with her grandma, which her grandma has a stroke, which is right in the beginning, which is very sad, but she survives. But basically Blaze has to kind of take care of her, obviously, now that she's back home. But she lives next door, so their neighbors are August and Aries. So Aries is the main male character of the story. August is his brother, and they have always lived right next to each other, and they are like best friends, right? So so another thing is that Aries and August don't really have like present parents. So their dad has another family, lives somewhere else. He does come into the story, which turns out to be pretty good, but they have like a very toxic mother, like sober, and then she relapses and gets sober and relapses and all these things, and they don't really have present parents. So that is the storyline of the two brothers, that their mother is practically a disaster. It's honestly a very simple story, but I felt like it was so adorable and cute, and you get to literally just fall in love with these characters and see them fall in love with each other. And just at the end, obviously so many things happen, but I feel like at the end it's just a beautiful story. Besides the adorableness, this book is spicy as hell. Just FYI. If you don't like spicy books, you should probably not read this book. Like, you cannot read this book. It's like one of the spiciest books I've read in a while. It's not a dark romance, but the spice is so good. Like, if you like spicy books, you're gonna die with this book. It's just that good. So overall, it's just a 5-star read. I'm in love with this book. I need the paperback right now. And I will catch you guys up when I have another book to read. But I'm so excited and happy with that book. My gosh, such a good reading week. Okay, besties, so I'm gonna end the video here, but I just wanted to update you guys on the last book that I've been reading, which is Forget Me Not by Julie Soto. I've seen the most amazing reviews about this book, and because of that I started reading it and I've been liking it. I still have a long way to go though, so I can't give you guys a full review yet, but stay tuned for my October wrap-up video. I am probably going to talk about that book in that video. But those were all the books that I was able to read in 1 week, and I'm so happy that I found like so many of my favorite romance books of the year, and I'm definitely going to do more of these. I hope you guys liked the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure to subscribe down below and turn on the notification bell so you get notified when I upload more videos, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!